So I was just going through my collection of DVDs here when I came across several titles that if someone were to be going through my collection and they saw them, I would be embarrassed to admit that I owned. And I got to thinking that it always seems to be the case that people have these titles in their collection that, despite the fact that they despise the titles and they're completely aware that they're abysmal, but they own them anyway. And so it's sort of a conundrum, I suppose, as to why people own movies that they hate, or movies that they know just in general are terrible and they should not own. So I got the idea of actually doing a few episodes here where I would pick out movies from my collection that I am just entirely ashamed to admit that I own, but I own for one reason or another. And so this is the first episode, I guess, of that series. The first movie that I chose, and this is very difficult to admit, but it is Bewitched, starring Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, why on earth does he own Bewitched? It's Bewitched, right? And it's a very valid question, and I'm not quite sure that I have an answer to the question, at least a justifiable answer. Now, I bought this movie, Hollywood Video, used for $1. It was a day after Thanksgiving sale, I think, and I'm not quite sure what I was thinking at the time. Maybe I was in the Christmas spirit, and I felt that maybe Bewitched in some way or another could contribute to my aggregate welfare or something of that nature. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking at the time. Now, I still keep this movie in my collection, in line with my collection, and I have gotten some crap from people as I went through my collection, and so this is certainly something that I can testify to, that people do think that it's a terrible movie. At any rate, I did spend $1 on it, and so I thought that I would come up with a list here of ways that I could have spent, or that I could spend $1 that would be better than the way that I spent it buying this piece of garbage, I guess. First and foremost, I could have given it to the homeless, or any other cause that you might think of, maybe a oil spill or something of that nature. I could crumble it and then use it to start a fire. Could use it as a cocaine snorting device. I know that, well, I don't actually know this, but I've seen it in movies and so forth. People sometimes roll dollars, or $20 bills, or $100 bills, and of course use it to snort cocaine. Mind you, I don't advocate the use of cocaine. Or, finally, I could pay someone $1 to take my copy of Bewitched, so that way I don't have to suffer the embarrassment of actually owning it. And I think that that would be one better way that I could actually have spent my $1 than spending it on Bewitched to begin with. So, I think that's all for now. I'm going to actually go burn this in after I chop it up into pieces and then eat it and then spit it out and then regurgitate it and so forth. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I will bring you another movie soon that I can completely embarrass myself with. So, thanks.